Oh my gosh, I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, but 4th of July, of course, and then Cortland brought something to my attention. He said that I had a race at 8:30 with Kelly Clarkson, so I couldn't miss that. Anyways, today, by the publishing of this video, we will have reached 500,000 channel views, so that deserves a trumpet, if anything ever has. A humble thanks to all of you for being here. Great, and today we are doing Wood by Alice in Chains for Rodrigo Mendez and Keith Andrew, who's got 2 first names, so it's pretty much like saying JoJo. So JoJo, this one's for you. And if you requested Wood, but didn't put a question mark on it, then I wouldn't have been able to find it because I searched my Evernote document for the keywords, and you could imagine how many times in 2 years the word wood has been said. Now that we've gotten through that tongue twister, detune your guitar, because it's an Alice in Chains song. That means all of your strings go down 1/2 step. If you do not know how to do that, there will be a link to my step-by-step procedure on how to do that, so go do that and then come back. Okay, you're back. Good. D string 4th fret, G string 4th fret. You're going to strum those 2 strings only, and you're going to hammer on. That means you don't pluck again. With your ring finger on the G string 6th fret, thusly. And do it again. And then strum it one more time with no ring finger. So 4/4. And then your middle finger goes on the D string 5th fret. And you have D5, G4. And then you do it again. And then you do this really cool thing. Slide up from somewhere on the D string to the 5th fret, and then G string 4th fret, and then B string 5th fret. We're going to talk about what's going on in this riff in a minute, but let's just get through that first. Going into the verse, he hits the lower octave, so you're doing the exact same thing, but you're going to do that little transition-y weird thing on the E string 3rd fret, A string 2nd fret, D string 2nd fret. So that's our intro. So this is a neat riff because this is probably unfamiliar and then this looks weird, but let's look at what's going on here. If you can picture your B power chord, we got A2, D4, G4. Now, that's what we're doing when we do 4/4. So in this power chord we have root, 5th, root. So here we've got a B chord with a 5th in the bass, and we're changing the root into a 2nd. And then when we do this, we're now doing an F-shaped G. But we're just only doing this much of it, so a root and a 3rd, and that might help you remember how to remember this song for the future when you try to bust it out. And then of course when he goes into the singing, we are in the lower octave of that, so we have 2/2 on E, A, and that's our same B root and 5th as we had here. B root sounds like Beirut. Beirut and 5th. And you hammer on to the A string 4th fret. And now this is much more recognizable as part of a G chord, right? And that little thing is it's a G6 because we got G's root 3rd, and then that's a 6th, that's an E note, the B string 5th fret, same as the open E string, so that's pretty recognizable as an E. E is the 6th note of the G major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there it is, so we go root, 3rd, 6th for our little transition thing, and that's what makes that sound so cool. These lights are hot, I'm gonna take a break and wipe my face. Don't move. And a wardrobe change. Gosh, why didn't anyone tell me it was so humid in Philadelphia? Anyways, that brings us to the chorus, which is just 2 chords, B minor. Well, here's the thing. If you listen to the album version, it's B minor. listen to the unplugged version, it's B major. You clearly see him do this, and you clearly hear this change. If you listen really closely, listen for that note to change, and he's going B major to G, or you could just forget that decision and play a B power chord. So A string 2nd fret, D string 4th fret, G string 4th fret. If you're going to play minor, you add your middle finger on the B string 3rd fret. If you're going to play major, it's 2, 4, 4, 4, or just your power chord. Like I said, I'm going to play minor, but when you do it, get your B ready and then take your pointer finger off and then hammer it back on. To G. Can't sing and play that one at the same time. Or B major, here it is. Or B power chord. And that takes us to the solo, during which the rhythm guitar player is going. So F sharp power chord, but leave your pointer finger off, and then put it back on, and then off, and then G power chord, and then down to E power chord. But the solo is in F sharp minor pentatonic, but it's in a weird spot. So we're going to learn a new pentatonic shape today, but you're going to start on the D string 11th fret and do a trill. A trill is 2 notes in rapid succession. It's at the 12th fret, right? 11, 12, D. Frenetically hammer on and pull off. And then play G11, 11. Now you're going to switch to G9 and bend it, and then pinky goes on B10. And then you're going to abandon that ship right away and go to D9 and bend it with your pointer finger now. Twice. And then 9 to 11, hammer on, pull off. And then things kind of get muddy now, but I like to go A string 12th fret, bend it. Down to the 9th fret, and then the 7th fret, hammer on to 9, down to E9, and now we are in the, well, so I'll do that. And now this brings us to 6 very easy to remember notes for F sharp minor pentatonic, and they are on the 3 fat strings, and we're going to go 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9. And we've done this shape, of course, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 5. That's the F sharp minor pentatonic. Or the A major pentatonic, 5th position. You're saying the same thing. We've done the A major pentatonic, 5, 7, 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, 6, 5, 7, 5, 7. Or the F sharp minor pentatonic 2nd position. It's saying the exact same thing. So now it gets in to make more sense with those position names relative to the root, because now we're doing the F sharp minor pentatonic 3rd position, or the A major pentatonic 2nd position, because the F sharp minor and the A major pentatonic scales have the exact same 5 notes in them. That's why they're called the pentatonic scales. So you could play those 5 notes anywhere, and F sharp minor and A major are relatives. That's why they're the same. That was like a thought and a half, kind of crisscrossed. I'm sorry about that. But here is F sharp minor 3rd position, or A major 2nd position. Same thing. You're going to go 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, like I just said. But then things get weird. 6, 9, then things get weirder. 7, 10, followed by 7, 9. And you can noodle around there if you like, or you can go down here and noodle down there if you like at the end of the solo. alike there because he never does it the same way twice, so why should we? Okay, and that brings us to the outro, which is fascinating. The whole song has been just 2 chords thus far, right? So they make up for it here in the outro, and what you're going to do is play D, and then this weird chord, which is middle finger A string 5th fret, pointer finger D string 4th fret, ring finger G string 5th fret. You want to recognize that as a 7th chord, like from when you play C7, right? You got 3, 2, 3. So that's sort of like inside out D shape. On the A, D, and G strings is a 7th shape. So here we go. 5, 4, 5. That's a D7. And then we're going to add a minor third. Like if you're playing D minor, here you have 5, 7, 7, 6. And now we're going to do, so that's B6, keep that in mind. Now we're going to do 5, 4, 5, 6. So this is some weird D, it's the Jimi Hendrix chord. There it is, right? So they use it in this song. I don't know what it's called. Someone help. Root, dominant 7th. Root 3rd, dominant 7th, minor 3rd. So it's got a major 3rd and a minor 3rd in it. Very weird. Anyways, D, that chord, followed by G sharp. Major would be 4, 6, 6, 5. Or play a power chord if you don't want to do that. Followed by G. Followed by E. Good grief, I got an interruptive phone call because your iPad and your iPhone are connected, so my iPad should switch to phone mode. All right, where were we? Let's see. D, that chord, G sharp, G, E. Now during the E, there's a bunch of chuggy motion things. And what one tab thinks, and I listened to this until my butt fell off and I could not discern. It's so low in the mix and muddy. It's more about the chugging, but here's what one tab thought, and I'm going to share that with you. I hope I'm not perpetuating a myth because I couldn't find any evidence anywhere to the contrary or supportive. No videos showing him do it or anything. But here we go. It's going to be on the A string. 2, 4, 4, 2, 5, open 4, open 2, open 4, open 2. It sounds good enough. It doesn't sound wrong. Nothing could really sound wrong as long as it was in the correct scale. So there it is. With the E string ringing out beneath it. Yeah, and then at the end, if I would. Good. The song's called Wood. It's just that chord, the weird chord, the D, 7, major, minor. There's a great name for the chord. D7, major, minor. Yeah. And that is how you play Wood by Alice in Chains. So to you two, Rodrigo Mendez and Keith Andrew and JoJo. Don't take any offense to that, Keith. I just one time a dad said that when I was like 11. I think I had a friend whose name was, what was his name? I forget, but he had 2 first names also. So I stole that directly off of Jordan's dad, the kid that I knew on Mayfair Drive in Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania when I was 11. Great, so I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you all for being here, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye!